This is the Infinite Moment Podcast, where we discuss topics that focus on stress relief solutions. Welcome to episode 11 of the Infinite Moment Podcast. And today we're talking about how music can change our emotional state. I think this is going to be very relatable because I can't imagine that there's many people who don't have a favorite song or at least a favorite genre of music. It's so important in many of our lives that it's pretty much interconnected with, I would say, who most of us are. So what we're going to do today is take a look at a couple different articles as usual, but we're also going to listen to a couple different songs and see how it affects us, in an emotional way. So let's get right into it with our first song of the day.
I just need a reason. I just need to know what's on your mind. Tell me what you're needing. You can call my name, I'll be around. Dum da da, dum dum da da, dum da da, dum dum da da, dum dum. The sky is falling, dum dum da da, dum dum da da, dum da da, dum dum da da. That will keep you safe and sound. Dum da da, dum dum da da, dum da da, dum dum da da, dum dum. The sky is falling, dum dum da da, dum dum da da, dum da da, dum dum da da. That will keep you safe and sound. Dum da da, dum dum da da, dum da da, dum dum da da, dum dum. The sky is falling, dum dum da da, dum dum da da, dum da da, dum dum da da. That will keep you safe and sound. I just need a reason. I just need to know what's on your mind. Tell me what you're needing. You can call my name, I'll be around. Dum da da, dum dum da da, dum da da, dum dum da da, dum dum. The sky is falling, dum dum da da, dum dum da da, dum da da, dum dum da da. That will keep you safe and sound. Dum da da, dum dum da da, dum da da, dum dum da da, dum dum. The sky is falling, dum dum da da, dum dum da da, dum da da, dum dum da da. That will keep you safe and sound. Dum da da, dum dum da da, dum da da, dum dum da da, dum dum. The sky is falling, dum dum da da, dum dum da da, dum da da, dum dum da da. That will keep you safe and sound. I just need a reason.
All right, that first song right there is called "The Reason." It's by Ben Fox. So yeah, obviously that's a techno electronic style music. Not for everyone, but nonetheless very upbeat. I think that would be the type of music that if you're kind of in a low energy state, you listen to something like that, you obviously are going to want to bob your head. Some people may want to dance. But yeah, it gets you wanting to make you move and just kind of overall upbeat, good feeling. So, all right, great song to start off with. Be sure to head over to dissolvestress.com, where right now you can use coupon code TAKEOFF30 to receive 30% off. Now let's get into our first article of the day. All right, this first article is from Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare. It is titled, How Music Affects Your Mind, Mood, and Body. Do you find yourself tapping your foot while shopping or having all the feels while watching movies? No matter your race, ethnicity, age, or gender, music is a common phenomenon that impacts everyone. Music can be a powerful tool with its ability to evoke strong emotional responses. For example, music may lead to the release of dopamine, a feel-good neurotransmitter. Music is present in everyday life for most people. Here we answer questions about how music can affect your brain and body. Does music alter moods and relieve stress? The short answer is yes. The ISO principle is a tool that matches a music listening experience to a current mood or emotion, and then gradually shifts to music that represents a desired mood or emotion. If you want to listen to a song that you pair with anger or sadness, go ahead, but don't let it repeat too many times. Move on to music of the mood you desire. A music playlist that gradually moves from uncomfortable emotions to comfortable ones can be a healthy coping strategy and facilitate a positive mood change. Active music making positively affects neurotransmitters such as dopamine and serotonin that influence mood. Dopamine influences focus, concentration, memory, sleep, mood, and motivation. Likewise, serotonin impacts mood, sleep patterns, anxiety, and pain. Active music making can involve singing, playing an instrument, or creating music electronically. Making music, specifically singing in a group, helps us feel connected to other people because of the production of the hormone oxytocin. Singing synchronizes breathing patterns to promote relaxation and reduce the hormone cortisol, which is the stress hormone. What emotions can music make you feel? Music can validate your current emotional state and influence your emotional destination. Again, the ISO principle can help us experience desired emotions. It works most effectively when we first find a song that matches our current feeling or mood. In music therapy, emotional regulation is frequently addressed. Music can elicit many, if not every, emotion. Knowing yourself and which music you pair with your emotions will improve self-regulation or feeling your feelings. Music and emotions are personal, cultural, and associated with prior experiences. A song will not give everybody the same feeling. This is the beauty of the diversity in music and preference across diverse cultures and time periods. Research attributes this phenomenon to the messages our cultures and experiences have assigned to sounds before listening to a song. While culture, memories, and associations influence music and emotions, Berkeley found an overlap across cultures and compiled an interactive music map based on people's responses with 13 emotional dimensions that people in China and the United States self-reported. You can check Berkeley's interactive music map to find out what music makes you feel. What impact does music have on memory? Music can help retain essential information despite memory loss. Music memory is stored in the hippocampus, centrally located in the brain. Therefore, music memories are less likely to be negatively impacted by age or disease. A musical mnemonic device is a natural way to memorize and recall information. As children, we learn various academic and social concepts through songs. Similarly, these memory strategies are highly effective for adults. In fact, our brains automatically fill in the gaps when a song suddenly stops. Music therapists often incorporate these techniques with individuals to improve memory retention or developmental learning goals. Music may activate memories and remind us of places, events, or people. A familiar tune may elicit the emotions associated with those memories. What changes does music have on your body? Singing, playing instruments, and even dancing can improve pain tolerance. Researchers found that the physical movement used to create music provides a synchronized activity that significantly heightens the pain threshold. Music therapists are specifically trained clinicians that use music to address goals such as pain reduction. Because music is often an enjoyable activity, it can activate the release of endorphins, which creates a general feeling of well-being. Music therapy can successfully reduce post-operative pain, physical tension, and influence heart and breathing rates. Fast music tends to increase pulse rate and blood pressure. Slow music tends to decrease pulse rate and blood pressure as well as breathing rate. How does music affect behavior? Music can affect behavior by being a motivator, a timer for completing tasks, or a mood enhancer. It may also impact our shopping habits. Music is used in advertising to encourage brand recognition and create familiarity and positive association with various products. Younger shoppers spend more time shopping when stores play instrumental music. Older shoppers spend more time shopping when there's music playing with lyrics. Baby boomers are likely to spend more money if classic rock is playing in a store. Generations older than baby boomers are less likely to spend money if any music is playing. If you are buying wine for the holidays, be aware that classical music may make you feel comfortable spending a little bit more money than those top 40 hits. Store associates are another group of people who are highly influenced by music. People who work in retail are more likely to engage with customers and be in a positive mood if they don't have to listen to the same music all day. So that shows us how tied in music is to our emotions and our states of being and things that, stick in our heads and our memories. Okay, so we're going to listen to the next song. It's going to be a little bit different than the first, and we're going to see how this one alters our state of mind and our emotional state as well. All right, that song is called Conquerors. Is by Matthias Forster, I believe is how you say the name. All right, so that's categorized under cinematic music. Obviously, it sounds like something you would hear in a movie. The first word that came to mind was intensity. It builds a lot of tension, and you feel like someone's either on an epic journey or fast moving. They're trying to get out of a situation, but it brings up a feeling of a lot of intensity for me personally when I listen to something like that. Not the type of music that I probably would just listen to daily, but more so something that you would use in a film or some piece of art when you're trying to build suspense and intensity. Leave in the comments what you guys felt when you heard that. And we're going to move on to our next article. This article is in Psychology Today. It is titled Music, Emotional, and Well-Being. Subtitle, How Does Music Affect the Way We Think, Feel, and Behave? One of the most important issues in the psychology of music is how music affects emotional experience. Music has the ability to evoke powerful emotional responses such as chills and thrills in listeners. Positive emotions dominate musical experiences. Pleasurable music may lead to the release of neurotransmitters associated with reward, such as dopamine. Listening to music is an easy way to alter mood or relieve stress. People use music in their everyday lives to regulate, enhance, and diminish undesirable emotional states, for example, stress and fatigue. How does music listening produce emotions and pleasure in listeners? Number 1, musical pleasure. The enjoyment of music appears to involve the same pleasure center in the brain as other forms of pleasure, such as food, sex, and drugs. Evidence shows that an aesthetic stimulus such as music can naturally target the dopamine systems of the brain that are typically involved in highly reinforcing and addictive behaviors. In one study, participants listened to their favorite songs after taking naltrexone. Naltrexone is a widely prescribed drug for treating addiction disorders. The researchers found that when study subjects took naltrexone, they reported that their favorite songs were no longer pleasurable. However, not everyone experiences intense emotional responses to music. Roughly 5% of the populations do not experience chills. This incapacity to derive pleasure specifically from music has been called musical anhedonia. That is, our ability to enjoy music can be seen as the outcome of our human emotional brain and its more recently evolved neocortex. Evidence shows that people who consistently respond emotionally to aesthetic musical stimuli possess stronger white matter connectivity between their auditory cortex and the areas associated with emotional processing, which means these two areas communicate more efficiently. Memories are one of the important ways in which musical events evoke emotions. As the late physician Oliver Sacks has noted, musical emotions and musical memory can survive long after other forms of memory have disappeared. Part of the reason for the durable power of music appears to be that listening to music engages many parts of the brain, triggering connections and creating associations. Action tendency. Music often creates strong action tendencies to move in coordination with the music, for example, dancing or foot tapping. Our internal rhythms, for example, our heart rate, speed up or slow down to become one with the music. We float and move with the music. Emotional mimicry. Music doesn't only evoke emotions at the individual level, but also at the interpersonal and intergroup level. Listeners mirror their reactions to what the music expresses, such as sadness from sad music or cheer from happy music. Similarly, ambient music affects shoppers' and diners' moods. Consumer behavior. Background music has a surprisingly strong influence on consumer behavior. For example, one study exposed customers in a supermarket drink section to either French music or German music. The results showed that French wine outsold German wine when French music was played, whereas German wine outsold French wine when German music was played. Mood regulation. People crave escapism during uncertain times to avoid their woes and troubles. Music offers a resource for emotional regulation. People use music to achieve various goals, such as to energize, maintain focus on a task, and reduce boredom. For instance, sad music enables the listener to disengage from the distressing situations such as a breakup, death, etc., and focus instead on the beauty of the music. Further, lyrics that resonate with the listener's personal experience can give voice to feelings or experiences that one might not be able to express oneself. Time perception. Music is a powerful emotional stimulus that changes our relationship with time. Time does indeed seem to fly when listening to pleasant music. Music is therefore used in waiting rooms to reduce the subjective duration of time spent waiting and in supermarkets to encourage people to stay for longer and buy more. Hearing pleasant music seems to divert attention away from time processing. Moreover, this attention-related shortening effect appears to be greater in the case of calm music with a slow tempo. Identity development. Music can be a powerful tool for identity development. Young people derive a sense of identity from music. For example, the movie Blinded by the Light shows the power of Springsteen songs to speak to Javed's experience on a personal level. The lyrics help him to find a voice he never knew he had and the courage to follow his dreams, find love, and assert himself. Alright, so in that article we learned about how music can affect our pleasure centers, our mood, our memory, our identity, attention and focus. So many different aspects that music can affect our energy levels. And there's many studies out there to actually support these claims and facts. So listening to certain types of music and understanding how they make us feel can help us better have control over our states of well-being, emotionally and overall energetically. So, if you're feeling down, put on a happy tune, something that makes you feel good, whatever that may be for you. If you're feeling too hyper, you may want to listen to relaxing spa meditation type music. So keep that in mind as you listen to music, what the intent is. One of my favorite genres of music right now is Amapiano. That means the keys. It's Yoruba. It's an African genre of music. It's basically African house music. It's a genre of African house music, and it has great piano riffs, a great drum beat and bass lines. So be sure to check out some Amapiano if you think that's something you may enjoy. But let's get into the next song here.
Sound, hoodie season, back around, no more summer bounce, little squeeze out, squeeze, keep that indoors when we're throwing down, oversized jumper with our underwear out. I'm on the sound, hoodie season, back around, no more summer bounce, little squeeze out, squeeze, keep that indoors when we're throwing down, oversized jumper with our underwear out. Like they're bringing anything to the table, bro, I'm not your son, see I'm able, I do my own bits, limited edition, some missing classic shit, I know that you're feeling it. First time, I'm proud of my selfish decisions. Couple people did me dirty, but I'm clean. Ain't even mad proof, karma is a B. We all do bad things when it comes back, it bites hard. I'm on the sound, hoodie season, back around, no more summer bounce, let you squeeze out, squeeze. Keep that indoors when we're throwing down, oversized jumper with our underwear out. I'm on the sound, hoodie season, back around, no more summer bounce, let you squeeze out, squeeze. Keep that indoors when we're throwing down, oversized jumper with our underwear out. That heat's coming from my fires, I'd fire to my words. We're the worst every time, yeah, that we roll. So you know how it goes, I'm my favorite secrets, he likes to keep close. And if you don't, then you don't. You soon will or you won't, if you know, then you know. And if you don't, then you don't. You soon will or you won't, listen up, cause I'm on the sound, hoodie season, back around, no more summer bounce, little squeeze out, squeeze. Keep that indoors when we're throwing down, oversized jumper with our underwear out. I'm on the sound, hoodie season, back around, no more summer bounce, little squeeze out, squeeze. Keep that indoors when we're throwing down, oversized jumper with our underwear out.
I'm on the sound, hoodie season, hoodie season. Keep that indoors when we're throwing down. I'm on the sound, hoodie season, hoodie season. Keep that indoors when we're throwing down.
I'm on the sound, hoodie season, back around, no more summer bounce, little squeeze out, squeeze. Keep that indoors when we're throwing down, oversized jumper with our underwear out. I'm on the sound, hoodie season, back around, no more summer bounce, little squeeze out, squeeze. Keep that indoors when we're throwing down, oversized jumper with our underwear out.
That one's called Hoodie Season and it's by Neiman. So that would be considered hip hop. Obviously that one has lyrics in it. For me, that was chill, yet it puts me in a really good mood, and it also makes me, think a little bit because I'm trying to understand and vibe with what he's actually talking about. Typically, I'll have to go through a song several times if I really want to grasp the entire concept of the lyrical content. But right away that beat, nice and catchy, makes you want to move and bob your head or whatever. So just something real chill to ride on right there, just something to relax to and just be in a good mood about. But yeah, I think it's beneficial to listen to many different types of music to understand how how sound really can affect us emotionally. All right, so let's get on to the last article. All right, this article comes from West Virginia University and it's titled How Music Affects Your Mood. The power of music. We all listen to music, but did you know that music can be so much more than the vocals and beat? Leo Tolstoy, a famous writer, stated, "Music is the shorthand of emotion." We all experience music on a personal level where our emotions become involved, allowing the lyrics or tempo of the music to impact us. However, in order for music to be as influential as it can be, it is important to first understand your own emotions and the ways in which music can be effective in the various circumstances in your life. Think about the music you listen to throughout each day of the week. Do you notice any changes in the types of songs or genres you listen to? For the most part, many people tend to listen to music that reflects their mood. For example, you may find yourself listening to more upbeat music when you are happy or more mellow music when you are sad. It is easier for people to understand why listening to more upbeat music while they are happy can result in prolonged happiness. But it is more difficult to make sense of why people would want to prolong low feelings by listening to slower, more mellow songs. This idea piqued the curiosity of marketing and psychology researchers who initiated a study examining mood congruent experiences. The researchers found that mood congruent experiences, in essence, listening to a sad song while in a sad mood, serve several functions, such as individuals feeling as though someone empathized with them and their experiences. This finding makes sense if we think about what we need most when we are sad or in a low mood. Think about the last time you felt sad. What did you need the most in that moment? Many people answer this question with something along the lines of a friend to listen and really understand what I'm going through. Having an understanding, empathetic friend like this helps to improve your mood and provides you the space to overcome the challenges that you are facing. Sometimes the sad song can really feel like the friend that gets you in that moment. Whether it is the lyrics in the song or the tempo of the music, listening to these songs have been shown to have significant effects in shaping our mood, similar to that of an understanding friend. In this way, listening to music that fits your mood can be very therapeutic and validating. The intent of listening to this type of music is not to prolong your negative mood, but to help you overcome it through relieving some of the pain through the music you are listening to. One of Bob Marley's most influential lyrical quotes stated, "One good thing about music, when it hits you, you feel no pain." Just like you can use music to validate your emotions, you can also use music to challenge your moods. In essence, listening to upbeat music to try and improve your mood when you are feeling low. In fact, listening to music is often an effective coping strategy to help reduce distress. At first, you may be thinking that it cannot be that easy to change your mood with listening to a couple of songs. However, researchers suggest otherwise. A study conducted by professors at Knox College and the University of Missouri examined whether music could facilitate happier mood states. They found that individuals who listened to positive music while being assigned to try and boost their mood reported more positive moods compared to individuals who listened to music without the assignment. These findings suggest that you can improve your mood by listening to more upbeat music and that it is more successful when you also have the intention to be happier. So when you find yourself in a place where you want to shake the bad mood off, use the intention you have for a good mood, paired with a playlist that elicits positive vibes to reduce those negative emotions. Overall, music influences our mood. It is up to you to determine whether you want the influence to be a positive one. Many people tend to have a habit of choosing music that is based on negative feelings, and as we learned above, this behavior can only be beneficial when you are in need of some validation or deeper understanding. However, if you notice the music you choose to listen to makes your negative mood worse, it might be more helpful to challenge that mood rather than to encourage it. So before you create a playlist of songs, consider your range of emotions. Create playlists that both fit with your range of emotions and include playlists that help to challenge those negative emotions. Creating the playlist may not be as difficult as choosing the songs and types of music that go into that playlist. While considering what songs to include, keep in mind the following. Songs can elicit more than one emotion. For example, a specific song can help you feel validated when you are sad and can also remind you of all that you have overcome, which can result in you feeling happier and having more gratitude in your life. Your playlists don't have to be strictly independent. When you're listening to songs, allow yourself to feel the variety of emotions the music elicits from you and add them to the playlists that are most fitting. Your new favorite jam may be the song you hated last year. Have you ever listened to a song once and hated it, only to listen to it again months later and have a newfound love for it? This isn't surprising because you yourself are not the same person you were months ago. Maybe the song lyrics described an event you had not experienced before, which made it difficult to initially connect with. Your playlists will continue to grow alongside you. Don't be surprised if you add new songs to your playlist that did not fit your vibe before. The song that used to make you feel better may not in the future. Similar to what was explained above, your music preferences and the way music elicits emotions from you will change over time. Don't beat yourself up if the song made you feel happy last year doesn't work when you try to boost your mood today. Maybe it's time to update that playlist so that it meets you where you are in that present moment. This is common with all coping strategies. They need to be updated every so often. It's okay to delete songs or move them to different playlists as your situations and general understanding of your emotions change. That last article there highlighted how different genres and types of music will cause different emotional states or elicit different moods. It mentioned how sometimes when we are in a low emotional state, we'll choose to listen to music that mimics that energy because we want to feel like we're being understood. We want something on the same energy level as us. But if we remain in that low state for too long and continue to listen to that music, it can hold us into a negative emotional state for a prolonged amount of time. So while at first listening to that kind of music may help us feel understood, it's wise to transition into a higher energetic state of music if you want to move out of a more negative state. So yeah, being cognizant of the type of music we listen to does affect us on an emotional and energetic level. And we're going to listen to one other song before we close out this podcast to demonstrate that. Let's go. right, so that one's called Trees in the Breeze by Sabo. That would be considered reggae. It's a reggae instrumental. Really chill vibes from that one. You got the syncopated rhythm, and you have the bass line that really stands out. Just an overall really chill vibe. I think people would associate that more with, relaxation, just kind of de-stressing. Maybe if you're on the beach or on vacation, you may choose to listen to a song like that. I could also see it being played at a restaurant, like, a beachside style restaurant where it's just relaxing, kind of surfer chill vibes. But yeah, good stuff right there. Definitely just makes you feel nice and relaxed. I think all the songs today kind of had something different to offer and may make you feel slightly different emotional states. And obviously, there's many different examples and many different musical genres, and you can really do this for, ever, because it's just so much unique music out there. And I think all of it, or at least most of it, has a place in someone's life in helping change their emotional state. So, with that being said, that wraps up this episode of the Infinite Moment podcast. I'll catch you guys next time. Take it easy.